Salam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, how can one effectively implement this teaching in the business world? The conditions of behavior are different. Humility and silence are considered weakness.
Yeah, but the business world then is something different because that's your dunya. But if you don't have a connection in which you have a strong spiritual connection, and in that connection all of its training, all of its understanding to give you that madad and support, so that what you do in the business world you're not required to play according to the rules of the business world. So that's something completely different. And remember that Prophet encouraged for us to be businessmen, never encouraged for us to be employees. So this is a big difference. When you're an employee you're bound by somebody, they tell you how to dress, how to act, how to conduct yourself. But the companions, and the example of the companions was what? They're all businessmen, merchants, traders. Why? Because then there's no boss over you other than Allah and His Rasul. So it's highly encouraged for people to do business, to conduct themselves in business activities as merchants and traders, and to do what they can so that they're not bound to be employed by somebody and controlled by somebody. But either way they do their meditation, they conduct their connection, and as a result of that connection they have many intuitions that help them in work and in business and environments, and their character saves them from tremendous grief. That as soon as they go into associations of work they know when to stay silent, they know when they have inspirations for guidance, for purposes and different business meetings. So many different realities come from wise people. Even in business they recognize somebody who's smart and somebody who's wise. And the system is rigged for people who go to school and then to college is not to produce businessmen. They train you to memorize to be a good employee and servant of somebody. But Islamic teaching and the way and the sunnah of Sayyidina Muhammad is not that. You're not supposed to just memorize and listen to their facts and be trained to be an employee, but be trained on how to be a merchant, a businessman, how to conduct a business, how to run a business, so that the sky is the limit for you, because Allah give you what Allah wants to give you based on your ability, your piety, your good character, inshaAllah. So many realities in that question, inshaAllah. If you do business you can be a consultant, so many different forms of business now. Just think of it, how true it is. The greatest businesses now actually they don't run anything, right? The largest retailer on earth doesn't have a single store. So they were businessmen and they recognized they can do business better than the guy who has a store. So they put all his things online. So Amazon now is the largest retailer on earth with not a single store. The largest taxi company on earth right now doesn't own a single car, right? But before everybody owned a car. So there's so many business opportunities when people meditate and contemplate and their heart becomes enlightened. Allah inspires them before these things happen, that you have many ways to operate from other people's sort of stores and products. They're running the largest cab company without a single car. Pretty soon those cars will be self-driven and there'll be the largest movement of automobiles without a single driver in them. The Teslas and Ubers will be all Tesla. These huge organizations are being made and they don't have a single store, they don't have even a single car, but they're using somebody else's car. So why? Means they were sharp businessmen. The nation was like that until these Wahhabis came. They were all traders, all merchants all over the earth, they were trading, and as a result they were everywhere. This Columbus didn't find anything. This is the biggest lie that will be told to you. The Muslims were here first. California was from the Khalifa, and the Muslim nations had already been established in this region by traders and Moors, and the Muslim traders from around the world were trading. So no, the haqqaiq of Islam and the strength and power and the wealth of the Islamic nation. But shaitan had a plan to destroy that light and enslave them and enslave their minds. But Prophet didn't have that. He envisioned for his nation to be powerful and strong, that after the Jummah they were encouraged to be merchants and they would go out and begin to trade. So Islamic architecture, all of it was designed to encourage and enhance the business of people, inshaAllah.